Okay, your defensive line and your line of engagement can pretty much shape the whole way your team plays. Let's have a look. Your defensive line and your line of engagement are linked. They're going to form the basis of the way your team plays. A lot of people will do a team instruction similar to the one on screen there, where you've got a high defensive line with a high line of engagement, basically meaning you're pressing high, a high block. What that means is you're going to be trying to keep the ball in these areas here. So you're going to be pressurising high up, you're going to have a high defensive line, so you're squeezing the play high up the pitch. Now this is great for when you're expecting to be the dominant team in possession. You try to break teams down, put them under pressure. When you come up against a team that's stronger than you, it's maybe not the best way to play because they can expose you. There's lots of gaps there. Having a higher defensive line means that these areas here, they're free. So you need to be sure you're going to win the ball back high up the pitch and keep it. Otherwise you're going to get exposed. Down the middle, down the sides, there's loads of gaps there. If the boys pressing up here don't win the ball back, that's going to leave a lot of space for the opposition to exploit. Basically, use that sort of a lineup if you're going to be pressing high, you're confident you're going to win the match, and you're confident you're going to control possession. Perfect example of that here. Darlington 4, Leyton Orient 0. Look at the amount of chances created, look at the XG, look at the possession. It's total domination, high pressing against a team that's down at the bottom. And you can see that here on the average position heat map. Leyton Orient have hardly got over the halfway line. They've been pinned back by all these boys pushing them back. Now on the flip side, there's a time and a place to lower both the line of engagement and defensive line. When you're going to be playing a team that's stronger than you think you're going to be under a bit of pressure, that might be the time to do it to try and capitalise on the gaps they're going to leave behind. This season I've been using both methods. In games I feel I'm going to win, like the Leyton Orient game, I use this method here. For games where I'm going to be under a bit of pressure, such as an away game, I'll change it up to this. So what I'll do is, I'll lower my defensive line to standard, I'll drop my high line of engagement down to lower, meaning I'm going to keep the play in these areas here, squashing the play mid block to low block. I'm inviting pressure, I'm going to try and counter attack on the break. Now by setting a lower line of engagement to there, it means we're not going to press them until they cross that line. Then if we win the ball back somewhere in these areas, we can unleash the ball forward, so it really helps if we've got free pacier players up top to lead the charge. I've been using the deeper lines for away games all season long. Expect to lose the battle for possession. That doesn't matter. You're bringing the opposition onto you. You're going to capitalise on the gaps that they're going to leave when you win the ball back. Such as this game away to Ipswich. As you can see from the possession, the total opposite to the last game against Leyton Orient at home. We haven't got hardly any possession there, but our XG is still better. We've had more shots on target. We won the match. The average positions are the total opposite again from the Leyton Orient game, but unlike Leyton Orient, we were able to use it to our advantage and catch Ipswich on the break. Look at this, we sat so deep there, but the front three are the ones that caused the damage. By sitting lower and having a lower line of engagement, we're inviting the pressure, we're inviting them to pressure onto us. When they pressure onto us, if you've got the players, you can play it around them and expose the gaps. You can see there, look at their players, they're all chasing the ball there, and look at how deep we are. They're chasing it, and we're playing it around us, so having good technical players really helps this style of play. Again, pause it there, look how many players they've got in our half now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, only leaving their defenders back. As we play it on, now as we've played it on, look at that, that's my striker, look how deep he is, he's in our own half, instigating the movements. Up there is my pacey winger, down here, just behind my fat head is my other pacey winger, ready to break. We've invited the pressure on, their line is super high, playing it on, here we go, counter attack is on. Look how many players we've got up there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 against 4 of theirs. Run comes in, lovely ball, finish it off. Two different techniques there, it shapes the way your team play. The first technique, high line of engagement, high defensive line, means we're going to be pressing forward, dominating possession. Second one, the opposite, we sit back, lower line of engagement, lower defensive line, soak up the pressure, smack them on the break.